Hello, my name is Joel Diba Mwaura, a student at BYU, Idaho. I want to present a topic about API for my course WDD 230. API is an acronym for Application Programming Interface, which is a software intermediary that allows two applications to talk to each other. Each time you use an app like Facebook, send an instant message, or check the weather on your phone, you are using an API. Local storage is just an incredibly basic, simple API. Also, IndexedDB is an API that lets you work with a database SQL object store in the browser. Here is the types of the APIs that we have, web APIs that we have. When writing code for the web, there are a large number of web APIs available, and you can see them here, like the background fetch API, background task, barcode detection API, battery API, Bluetooth API, broadcast channel API, also CSS font loading API, and others. Interfaces that goes with the API are several or many. They are, for example, about controller, about signal, absolute, organization center, and others. APIs are task handlers. For example, if you go and see the long task API, we see that the extremely long task API gives us visibility into tasks that take 15 milliseconds or more. Tasks that block the main thread for 50 ms or more cores, among others issues. We can, this concept, we run that long-running events handlers, handle expensive reflows and other renders, work the browser does between different turns of the event loop that exceeds 50 ms. We also see here that attributions to this is a list of containers that the task occurred within. Therefore, we can see this the container here, and also the linked interface. This is actually wonderful. We can also see from the various APIs that to store data, we ought to be very careful. Like we have to use if you need our app to run offline, your best option is to use a combination of IndexedDB along with the Catch API, which is part of the service worker. The Catch API allows you to catch resources apart from what we have seen. We can see also that we can see that in the Fetch API, the background Fetch API provides a method for managing downloads that may take a significant amount of time, such as movies, audios, files, and software. And also we can see here concept usage. We can see the interface, and also we have been given the examples of this background. We can also have a look on the barcode detection API, which is which is an API that detects linear and two-dimensional barcodes in images. The concept and usage supports for barcode recognition within the web apps and logs a variety of use cases through supported barcode formats. QR codes can be used for online payments, web navigation, or establishing social media connection. Aztec codes can be used to scan boarding passes and shopping ads. We here now see supported barcode formats. There are several. There is Aztec, code 128, code 39, code 93, code bar, data matrix, under-10 and 8 if, PDF for 17, QR code, UPC-A, UPC-E, and the unknown. And also we can see the interface of the barcode detector, which is the barcode detector interface of the barcode detection API, which allows the detection of linear and two-dimensional barcode images. Here you can have a look also on the CS font loading APIs. The CSS font loading API provides events and interfaces for dynamically loading font resources. Its specification, you can see that CSS font loading module level 3, which is for CS font loading 3. You can also have a look on the channel messaging API, which is so interesting. The channel messaging API allows two separate scripts running in different browsing contexts attached to the same document, e.g. two iframes or the main document and an iframe. Two documents via a shared worker or two workers. Now, to communicate directly, passing messages between one another through two-way channels or pipes with a port at each end. Channel messaging concept and usage. A message channel is created using the message channel constructor. Once created, the two ports of the channel can be accessed through the message channel port 1 and message channel 1 port 2 properties, which both return message port object. The app that created the channel uses port 1 and the app at the other end of the port uses port 2. You send a message to port 2 and transfer the port over to the browsing context using Windows Post Message, along with two arguments, the message to send and the object to transfer ownership of the case itself. So we can see channel messaging interfaces and its example, also specifications. You can also have a look on the special fetch, this fetch API. We have the file system access API here. So the file system access API, it allows read, write and file management capabilities. And you can see this concept about it and also interface about it. And also you can have a look also on compared gamepad API. These are the APIs that support the game. The gamepad API is a way for developers to access and respond to signals from gamepads and other game controllers in simple, consistent way. So API generally are so crucial to web designers and all other ITs professionals or technologists. example, if we have a look now here at HTML drag and drop API, we also have an HTML sanitizer API. We have also the history API. We have also here image capture API. Supposing we have a look on HTML drag and drop API, we have it here. HTML drag and drop interface enable application to use drag and drop features in browsers. So you can see the details about it. While we are seeing also that you can also see the interfaces, default specification, the basics. You can also have a look on the history API. How does it work? The DOM window object provides access to browser session history of the configured website history object. It exposes useful methods and properties that let you navigate back and forth through the user's history and manipulate the content of the history. So here is its interfaces and also specifications. Basically, we ought to know about this, and the most crucial is the knowing the API. For example, for our security, the CAT API, which will help us to know more about the security of our websites. Fetching the So here is the catch. For offline data, if we need our apps to run offline, our best option is to use a combination of IndexedDB along with the Catch API, which is part of the service worker. The Catch API allows you to catch network resources that your app needs to load. We do not have to store, we should not store session information like JSON web tokens in the local storage. For this case, the catch will help us in storing sensitive data from the local storage into a secure storage that will not compromise our data with the attackers. If we don't do so, it may open us to an extremely wide array of attackers that could absolutely cripple our users. So you're gonna study more about the catch and know about it so that it will help us for our future good. The catch interface provides a persistent storage mechanism for request responses, object pairs that are captured in long-lived memory. How long a catch lives is a browser dependent, but a single origin script can typically rely on the presence of the previously populated catch. We should note that the catch interface is exposed to Windows scopes as well as workers. With this, I come to the conclusion of my presentation, having one message that we should be careful according to our API, to my API learning, that we should be careful with the local storage, which is basically for basic for incredibly basic simple. It's a simple API that can compromise our data. Instead, we should be conversant with Catch API, which will help us store our data in secure manner. Thank you very much for your time.